Hi, just a quick one, Paul. I know we're kind of discussing Amber Closer and how fantastic it's going to be to get in all that amazing kind of Amber work and advisories. Now, there's another part to it that I think could be beneficial. Now, I'm just workshopping it right now and it's just kind of in its development stages. But I think it would be a massive, massive add-on for CSI and for reviews, which I think is quite important for every business right now. Obviously, more so the CSIs as far as garages concerned and dealerships, mainly dealerships. Now, what I'm going to show you is, like I say, it's workshop and it's in its development stages, but I think it'd be very good. So once people have been in, they've had their amber work done, fantastic, and we've got the advisories happening. Sorry, before the ambers advisories are coming, because as we send them a message saying thank you very much for coming in. We'll be in touch closer to the time. So for argument's sake, it's tires. It's going to be in about 12 weeks. So they'll get an SMS message a week before that. So 11 weeks, then on the day and then after. That's great. That covers that. That will get the amber work coming in. But there's also the CSI, which could be instantaneous, which could actually happen in that very first message as well. So I just want to show how that would potentially work. So I'm just going to share my screen. Now, what this will actually happen with this, it'll have its own kind of dealership heading. So, for argument's sake, we've done one for Evans Holshaw because I know the conversations are ongoing there. Now, again, this is the CSI. So once the customer's been in, they picked up the car, they're going to want to be able to jump on this, and this could be instant. Again, it's not really double keen because once they've collected all the information, this just happens. So once we've got the initial information, there's nothing else that we need to do. But this CSI is massively important, and I know that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do two kind of demos on this. One is a very positive one, and one is going to be a negative one, just to see how it reacts to both. Okay, so let's just take this back and build another one. Right, here we go. Evans Allshaw. So your opinion matters. Let's start. Again, this is going to be in a different wrapper completely. This is just in its testing format. Hi there, thanks for taking a moment to share your feedback with Evans Holshaw. Once you finish, you'll be entered into our monthly Evans Holshaw Care draw to win a £50 Amazon voucher, regardless of your score. Now, I'm not saying that needs to happen. I'm just saying this is what I have done just to make sure that these kind of people are entering something, but we've also made sure for compliance that we're not coercing these people into giving a good score. We could use this. We don't have to, but it's there anyway. So it says overall an experience on a scale of 1 to 5. How was your experience with us today? Obviously, we want to get fives. And I'm going to basically say that, but on the next one, I'm not. So it has been incredible and well worthy of a five. That'd be incredible if we got that every time. Obviously, we're not going to. Well, let's see. That's a great way to put it. Incredible is lovely to hear. Again, using my kind of skill set within AI, I want this to be conversational, and I think that's massively important for people to kind of use this and make it seem as though it's having a very nice conversation. So it goes on to question two, communication and clarity. Did you feel everything was explained clearly and that you were kept informed throughout the visit? I certainly was. I'm being over the top by adding some words. So, and the reason why I'm doing that is to make sure you can see that you can write in as much or as little as you want. I could have just said yes, could have said, it's fine, and all that kind of thing. Anything we could improve is anything we could have done better, and if anything that didn't quite feel right. Not really, but maybe better coffee. It's fair, right? Again, I'm just throwing things in here just for a little bit of fun. You can even put emojis in that if you wanted to. Hmm. So fair point, we'll take that one on board. Thanks again. I'm really glad you had a great experience with us today. Before you go, if you'd be happy to do a quick public review Really help with local Evans Halshaw team and other customers' choosings. Would you like to do a quick review? So again, the CSI's happened. That's done. This is on the back end of that. This doesn't need to happen, but I think it'd be a nice addition for us to get some reviews. So you can just put in yes, I'd be happy to. And then it's going to say, thank you. Here's the easiest place for you to leave a quick review. So now I'll go straight to their review page on Facebook. It doesn't need to go on there. It can be on anywhere. We can decide where that goes, but it comes straight to the Evans Hall Show Hyundai Leads, and that's just one that I've picked randomly, where they can put a review. So that's it in its essence. So what it's doing is it's starting the Amber kind of follow up, which is fantastic. It's getting your CSI scores up running fairly quickly, and it's also getting reviews. So it's three things that this potentially thing can do just based on this one kind of input that we've done. It's no more work than what we originally spoke about, but I just think this is a fantastic addition. So ignore that now. Let's go and do a, should we say, a lesson good one. So here we go. So we're starting again. So again, we want to cover all bases. And the last thing we want to do is if anybody's giving us a very low score that we want to send them to review, because why get a review of somebody that's just not going to help us at all. But what we also want to do is lead them down to a path where we can have a conversation. So hi, thanks for taking a moment to share your thoughts with us. You've seen this already. You're in the draw regardless of score. Again, we've just been completely compliant in that. This should not dictate what their score is. On a scale of 1 to 5, how's your experience with us today? I'm put 2. Thanks for being honest. And if that's not the experience Evans Halshaw aims to deliver, and really appreciate you taking the time to explain. Did you feel everything was explained clearly and that you were kept informed throughout your visit? Um, I was, but it went over on time. Right, picking kid up from school. You never know what they're going to actually write in here, but they can write anything. And the thing is, we're going to cover that. We need to cover that one. We need to kind of cut this in the bud straight away because obviously we don't want this to affect scores and reviews and all that kind of good things. We want to keep these people on side. Thanks for explaining. That's helpful to understand. It sounds like the communication was clear, but the delay really impacted your day, especially when needed to pick up your child. Is there anything else we could have done better or anything that didn't quite feel right? Um, it felt like I wasn't a priority. Okay, so it's been empathetic. It's not being argumentative. It's not being confrontational. It's not doing anything that's going to jeopardize the good name of the franchise, whether it be Evans, Ulshaw, or whoever that might be. Your feedback is shared directly with the site leadership team so it can be reviewed and acted on. We can have a senior member of the team review this and follow up if you'd like to understand what happened and make sure this is addressed properly. Again, let's nip this in the bud, and this is fantastic. So I'm going to put yes, please. Of course, we can arrange that. Senior member of the team will review your feedback and aim to follow up with you today. What's the best way to contact you? Phone call, text, or email? Let's put in phone for this particular instance. Thanks, noted. What's the best phone number? Again, and the only reason why I included this is, I mean, you're gonna have that data anyway, but this could be a quicker way to kind of get that. So, 088 37554, and then it's straight. What time? Eve. So as you can see, we've kind of nipped two things in the bud there. One, the great reviews, and this is another thing as well. A senior member of the team will review your feedback and aim to follow up this evening on the phone number. Thanks again for taking the time to share your feedback. So what'll happen, this will then get pinged off to whoever that needs to get pinged off to. And you get a copy of all this information that'll kind of sit within this, this mini CRM that doesn't necessarily need to go into the main one. But it can be kind of edited over as and when you see fit once it's kind of at a point where it would make sense. And it also kind of says, you're still in the draw and we still want to look after you. It's a great customer care kind of tool. Um, and that's it in a nutshell. So, and as you can see here, we've not asked these people to review because that'd be kind of, the red rag to a bull. Last thing that we need. So it'll only send people to do a review if they've got a score of 5. Anything under that, I mean, you may decide that once before, but it's completely up to you. But we've kept it at 5 because what we want to do is get those reviews that are absolutely kind of pristine and will really help move the needle. So to kind of showcase it all. You've got your Amber follow-up, you've got your CSI, you've also got reviews, all from the sake of just capturing that data right at the beginning. And that is how I think this is going to really, really make a massive, massive difference to dealerships. I hope that makes sense. Like I said, this is not how it would look. This is just me in demo purposes now. So if you think it should be added to anything, then let me know and we can kind of put that into the end product, so to speak.